Okay, I've done a few things on Matt Harvey, and this will kind of sum it up. Fastballs outside part of the plate, his effective velocity goes from what the radar gun says, which in this case is 96. It really is 93 when it's located there. When it's located in that area that's even a little bit below that, somewhere in that down and away range where he has been living as of late against righties, it's about 91 effective velocity. Then these pitches that are the slider that he left here, which is middle in, or down and in, I should say, is right on that diagonal. And so whatever speed the radar gun says it is, in this case 90, it's really 90. So then when he locates his changeup in that down and in area, it ranges from 88, depending on where it ends up. When it's middle in to down and in, it's about 88 when it's down and it's about 90 when it's there. So if he locates slider on the line, he locates changeup here, which is fairly common, and then he locates fastball down and away, those are all virtually the same from an effective velocity standpoint. In other words, the hitter can make one swing and run into all of those different pitches. So let's take a look at what that really means. So these are the actual things from yesterday. These are an inside edge location report. So it's pretty obvious he's locating fastball middle. Down and away are the two primary areas, with middle away being fairly high as well. So it's pretty safe to say that the epicenter of his fastball location is right there. And that's about 91 effective velocity miles an hour. And then he locates slider. It looks like the predominant one is almost down in middle, where he had 1,000 batting average against, and or on the line. On the line, when it's at 91, is also 91 EV miles an hour. And then he threw his changeup about 88. Didn't throw it a ton, but you can see that the epicenter is kind of middle in to down and in. And the down and in resulted in 1,000 batting average and 1,000 hard hit ball rate. So effectively, he's just about 90. So when he's throwing 91, 90, and 90, questions? Basically, it's not that tough to figure out. When you throw big league hitters the same pitch over and over and over and over and over again, there's no other option except to crush. The other thing to look at is how this happens visually. Not only are the speeds terrible together, that 91 fastball located down and away takes off so much speed that it's almost identical to the slider and the changeup, but the other thing that happens is your visual recognition to hitters becomes instantly much, much, much better. This is what it looks like from a right-handed pitcher at about 20 feet out of the hand. You see the fastball would be located here. The slider is going to pop up above that, because when I locate down and away, the slider is going to pop up and over that. And then the changeup is going to have a different look, because it's going to have a different area that it's going to. Now, sometimes the changeup and the fastball will be in the same slot, except when the fastball is going down and away to righties. Actually, the fastball and the changeup would probably be switched. Fastball down and away, and the changeup would start out here and then work its way to the inside part of the plate against righties. And then the slider would have that little pop in order to end up away, or actually middle most of the time that day. He kind of focused in this area with the slider. So the visual is the fact that each one of them look differently. Then you have what he could be doing, what he should be doing, and it's ridiculous that he's not doing, is taking his 96 fastball and turning it into 101, living on the middle end to up and in to middle up area of the strike zone. Why he doesn't do that is completely and utterly a coaching, catching, sabermetric. I have no idea what anybody's thinking, by not maximizing what his fastball potential is. But not only does it maximize the speed of the pitch, and it takes his fastball, and instead of using a slider in this part of the strike zone, forget about using the slider and start using the curveball at 83, 84 miles an hour, because that creates almost a 20-mile-an-hour differential with the same look out of the hand. Those two pitches coming out of the hand are going to look exactly alike. And then the changeup, when the fastball is located here, the changeup in off the plate is going to have the same visual. So if he were to create a triangle that looked like that, he would have a visual that looked like that, and a speed range that looked like that, a 90, 100, and 82. It's unbelievable that he's using it in any other fashion. But swing and miss, 4%. 0% on the fastball. They're not swinging and missing because you're not creating enough speed differential. Slider located here, changeup located here, and fastball located here are all the same pitch. You're throwing the same pitch over and over and over. This is the fastball down and away, 91 EV. This is a changeup, 88 EV. Slider, 90 EV. They're all the same pitch to the hitter's mind's eye. So until that changes, until this completely flip-flops, you can expect to see the same stuff over and over and over and over and over.